Good morning. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 23rd of August, 2025. As usual, we start with the synoptic, and we're looking at lunchtime yesterday with high pressure pretty much across the whole of the UK. I don't think there's an isobar between Johnny Broats and Land's End. If we run that forward through midnight last night, you can see there's a low pressure system out in the Atlantic, which is starting to encroach on Iceland, and the frontal systems are starting to come towards the UK. But even so, by lunchtime today, it's I think going to be the northern half of the country that's going to be affected by that. We've still got high pressure at 1022 hectopascals there across southern England, and that could give us another reasonable day's flying today. Midnight tonight and into Sunday, and that high pressure's just starting to collapse. The low pressures are starting to move in. The fronts are starting to come across the country, and it's still going to be quite warm. It's giving us more of a southerly flow by, say, Sunday night into Monday, and you can see there's quite a deep low out in the Atlantic, but the isobars are still widely spread across the UK by Monday. So I think Monday could be a nice bank holiday day for a change. The SATPIC, we're looking at about 5:45 there. Just let that transition through into daylight, and as you can see, there's a fair bit of cloud cover. Some of it's thick in places, but mainly it's quite thin. There's quite a few gaps there. And I think there's going to be a fair amount of sun get to the ground, so there should be decent convection and get some good thermals today. Rain radar shows virtually nothing. I'll just show you a little bit more of the UK as far as North Wales, at least there. And there's nothing on the rain radar at all that's going to affect gliding in the southern half of the UK, really. And looking at the rain forecast, if we run that through, yeah, there's a few showers down the North Sea, but again, nothing that's really going to affect any sort of gliding in the UK. Certainly south of a line from Lincolnshire across to North Wales. So Odium TAF is out of date. Their METAR is 250, 3 knots, greater than 10K visibility with view at just over 7,000 feet, temperature 14, dew point 11, pressure 1021. And we've got Farnborough up here, which I don't think is going to be any real use to us today. Let's have a look at Benson. We are going to have a bit of wind from the northeast probably. Again, their TAF is out of date at the moment, but their METAR is 160 degrees, 2 knots. That's more the northeasterly flow, and that's what's coming our way with greater than 10K visibility and a few clouds at about 9,000 feet and overcast at a few clouds at 900 feet and overcast at 2,200. Temperature 13, dew point 11, pressure 1021. The spot winds, if we go to the north of us, at 1, 2, and 5,000 feet, variable 5 knots. And to the south of us, 2505 knots, 1905 knots, and variable 5 knots as we ascend from 1,000 up to 5,000. Looking at windy, there is kind of a northerly flow with a little bit of east in it. It's the tiniest amount as we start the day, go through to lunchtime, and the wind is absolutely dropped to 0 there. If we put a wind flag as 1 knot westerly by lunchtime, and by the end of the afternoon, 4 knots southeasterly. So it's going to be all over the place today, really. So I think we'll be best on runway 27. Even taking into account the local Met Office forecast for wind, they're saying east northeasterly 3 knots. I don't think that's a significant wind. It's going to cause us to go on to 09. So I think for the sake of the tug pilots and the better options for fields at the West End, we'll go off 27. Temperature-wise, GFS are suggesting by lunchtime 23 centigrade, with the dew point down about 10 centigrade, so 13 degree split there. And currently at Lasham, we have 14 centigrade with the dew point down just about 10. Looking at the camera, this is from the south side looking north. We'll just update that. A lot of high cloud there, but there's breaks in it. There's blue sky. The sun will be getting to the ground. Potential flight distance then from SkySight. North and west is your options today. They should have a reasonably good day at Vaston Down at the juniors. I would suggest they'll be going over into Wales. I would think it's going to be quite good out there. Cross section here at Lasham is showing it blue up until maybe about lunchtime. A bit high cloud there, but it's low down. Nothing until by way of cumulus, at least until lunchtime, and then queue for the rest of the afternoon. And they are also saying that we're going to have about 3 to 4 knot thermals to at least 5,000 feet above mean sea level. Top Meteor concur with the weather there. Apart from the sort of Welsh area, they're saying it's not going to be quite so good in Wales. And if we move on then to NOTAMs, there's nothing in the Lasham area to worry about. Nearest one is 24, that's West Ilsley. They're going to be parish sending there today. So let's move on to the local airfield briefing. We'll start with the glider bookings and availability. There's one K21 in booked instructions, K21 on the casual list. There's a K13 on trial lessons. There is single seat availability. There's 2 people on the casual list, and the simulator is available as per usual. Just another reminder, there's 5-6 weeks to go to the Aboyne trip. And there are still places on week 3 if you are interested. It's a great expedition. There's some great flying to be had up there, and even if it's not flyable, the local scenery is fantastic. There's lots to do. But if you want to book on it, book via the club office. If you want any information, come and have a chat with Evan, Barry, or myself. 2XL, I've got no movements today, nothing to report there. So the general situation is there is a high pressure, which is still dominant, although it is looking to start to subside over the next few days. We're going to have light winds all day, light and variable, I would imagine, and there is potential for good soaring. We'll be on runway 27. Cables will be on the grass to the south. Instructors, please do not brief at the front of the queue. It's becoming quite tedious waiting for long briefings to finish. And please be ready when the cable or tug arrives. And also, please do not land or taxi across the runway shown in red here, the disused ones. There's a lot of rubble on there. And your airfield setup today will be launch point vehicle on the south side of the runway, winching off the grass, area towing off the runway. Any grid will be off 27 grass north in the usual place. And of course, landing will be on 27 grass north and grass south. That's it from me today. Have a great day's flying. Please keep it safe, and I shall see you out there in a little while.